मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामी नामिने कृपया क्षमताम् अपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हय निज वांछित पूरण। Today is disappearance of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, one of the Goswamis of Vrindavan. The Goswamis, they had led a life that is inspiring to all the living entities. They are very highly worshipped by all the Brajavasis by seeing their extraordinary humility in spite of their high caliber, great mundane qualification. They have given up everything, yet they are very humble. So they have no pride about their education, about their wealth, and even about their renunciation, which is very, very rare. A person who is very rich, who is very well educated, who is handsome, such persons, they cannot give up or renounce very easily for the service of Supreme Lord. And even if such a person renounces, still there will be pride in that person that, oh, I have so much qualification, but yet I have given up for service of Lord or for service of Guru Vaishnavas. But the Goswamis, they have set an example to all of us on what is true service. Therefore, they are worshipped by all those who are learned, Dhira Dhira Jana Priyau Priyakarau Nirmatsarau Pujitau. Srinivasa Acharya has written in Shadagoswami Ashtakam. Dhira Dhira Jana Priyau Priyakarau. Dhira and Adhira. Dhira means intelligent. Adhira means just opposite of intelligent. Dhira, Adhira, Priyakarau. They were dear to even the intelligent class and even non-intelligent class. And their activities were always Priyau, Priyakarau. They are dear and their activities were also for the welfare of the intelligent class as well as for the less intelligent class. That is how they have performed their bhajan. Nirmatsarau Pujitau. They are Nirmatsara. Nirmatsara means they had no jealousy towards anyone. Shri Chaitanya Kripa Bharau Bhuvi Bhuvau Bharavahantarako. By bringing the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into this material world, they have lessened the burden of this material world. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Priyakarau. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. The six Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. These are the six Goswamis who stayed in Vrindavan and they had followed the orders of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They, made the stream of Mahaprabhu's mercy flow without any interruption in this material world. By that they had lessened the burden of Mother Earth. So this is this is one of the prayers that Srinivasa Acharya has written in glorification of the Shadagoswamis. Where is it? I don't find it. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami, according to Kavi Karnapura, one of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was Ananga Manjari, and according to some Guna Manjari in the pastimes of Krishna. He who is Ananga Manjari or Guna Manjari in Krishna Lila has become Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took birth in 1500 AD according to some, and according to some 1503 AD in South India on the banks of Kaveri river. The name of the place is very close to Rangakshetra, Sri Rangakshetra, where Ranganath gives his darshan, Sri Rangakshetra. The village name is Belgundi. Belgundi is the name of the village on the banks of Kaveri river that is very close to Sri Rangakshetra. His father's name is Sri Venkata Bhatta, initiated in the Ramanuja Sampradaya. He was a follower of he was an ardent worshipper of Lakshmi Narayan in the lineage of Ramanuja Sampradaya. Now Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he took birth, of course, obviously after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, and then because he was a previous associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Krishna Leela, he could very easily understand Mahaprabhu to be non-different from Krishna, and then he could see Mahaprabhu, even after he accepted sannyas, he could understand that it is the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna who has come in the form of Mahaprabhu and took sannyas. He was very unhappy seeing, Mahaprabhu taking sannyas, because Krishna is an enjoyer. Why should he renounce? He is an enjoyer. So he did not, what do you call, like the, he was very distressed to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his dream, in the dream of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, revealed all of his pastimes, childhood pastimes and everything. And after seeing all those pastimes, he became very satisfied. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, after he was pacified by, showing his past life, showing the, the previous activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Etakahi Gopalera Kari Prabhu Kole, he took him on his lap. Mahaprabhu took Gopal Bhatta on his lap because Gopal Bhatta was a small child. Gopalera Angasikta Kailo Netra Jale, and Mahaprabhu was shedding tears, and that way he drenched Gopal. Kahilo e sab katha rakhi ho gopane, hoilo Paramananda Gopalera mane. After revealing everything, Mahaprabhu told to Gopal that please keep this secret. Don't reveal this to anyone. Because I have love towards you, I have, exhibited I have shown you all these things. But don't reveal it to anyone else. And then Gopal, by witnessing all the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before sannyas, he became very pleased. And also he was given an opportunity to sit in the lap of Mahaprabhu. He was very, very happy from that. In 1500 and, somewhere about 11 or 1514, something like that, when after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was about 8 or 10 years old. At that time, Mahaprabhu had visited South India. After Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went to South India, and after passing through Godavari, where he had discussion with Rai Ramananda, he went further south, where he met Venkata Bhatta in Sri Kshetra on the banks of the Kaveri river. Godavari and Kaveri. On the banks of Kaveri river, he met Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and that was the Chaturmasya period, the 4 months during which the sages would stay at one place. So Venkata Bhatta had requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give him a service opportunity. Please stay in our house. We want to serve you. Please give me an opportunity to serve you. Because he was a Brahmana, Venkata Bhatta Goswami is a Brahmana, and on top of it is a Vaishnava, Sri Vaishnava. But the strong reason for Mahaprabhu to accept his request is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Because Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the son of Venkata Bhatta. They had this, relation already. He was, Ananga Manjari in the previous birth. Therefore, he already knows him. Therefore, in order to, give Ananga Manjari or Gopal Bhatta Goswami the suppose opportunity, he agreed to stay in the house of Venkata Bhatta. At that time, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was a small child. Therefore, he got an opportunity to massage the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He also got an opportunity to eat the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As a child, he was given all these, facilities to serve Mahaprabhu and all these things. Venkata Bhatta, along with his wife, his brother, his son, they were all very devoted to the worship of Lakshmi Narayan. He was worshipping with lot of, attachment to the worship of Lakshmi Narayan. And then he came to know that Mahaprabhu is a worshipper of Radha Krishna. So Venkata Bhatta was thinking that my worship of Narayana is supreme compared to the worship of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Narayana has no mother and father. He is avatari, he is the root. Whereas Krishna has mother and father, therefore he has someone is the cause of his birth. But Narayana, no one is the cause. So I am worshipping Narayana, therefore my worship is superior to the worship of Krishna that Mahaprabhu is doing. Although he has not expressed this to Mahaprabhu ever, but he was thinking, he was very happy, delighted that his service is better than Mahaprabhu's. Mahaprabhu is an all-knower, nobody has to reveal what is in the heart. Mahaprabhu knew this very well, and then one day, in a very tactful way, Mahaprabhu said that, Venkata Bhatta, I have a question for you. Yes, please. You see, you are worshipping Narayana. Narayana is full of opulences. He is worshipped very opulently. And his consort, that is Lakshmi Devi, she is also very, very rich, very opulent. And that Lakshmi Devi is worshipping Narayana. Now my question is, I am worshipping Gopal, Krishna, who is a cowherd boy. He has no money, no wealth, very poor person. And he is, tending the cows. He has a peacock feather in his hat, and then he has, flute, and the one that is required to beat the cows, the cane. This is what he is holding. Whereas Narayana, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, all opulent. And my worshippers, in the mood in which I worship Radharani and other gopis, they are all uneducated girls. They have no wealth, they have no education, very poor, and they are living their livelihood by milking, by selling the milk products. This is their. So my question to you is, even though Lakshmi Devi is serving Narayana who is very opulent, why did Lakshmi wanted to get association of Krishna? Every day we are singing, na? Devi Lakshmi Shruti Gana Dharani Lotave Gopi Jana Adhikara Roata Gave. Bhaktanath Thakur has written, there is Shrivan or Bilvavan, one of the forests in Vrindavan. Not in Vrindavan, Vrindavan is also one of the forests. In Mathura there are 12 forests. One of them is Bilvavan or Shrivan. It's called Shrivan because Shri means Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi has come to that place and she performed penances so that she gets eligibility to enter into Krishna's pastimes, or she gets eligibility to associate with Krishna. So, here Mahaprabhu is asking that why Lakshmi Devi, who is so opulent and worshipping Krishna, worshipping Narayana in an opulent manner, why did she desire to associate with Krishna, who is not at all rich? He is having forest for garlands around his neck, whereas Narayana is wearing Kaustubha, very precious jewel. Then Venkata Bhatta says, what is wrong in it? What is wrong in it? Because the same Narayana is Krishna. There is no difference between Narayana and Krishna. Therefore, if Lakshmi worships Krishna, what is wrong in it? Mahaprabhu says, no, I am not saying that there is any wrong in it. Because Lakshmipati Narayana is not different from Radhapati Krishna or Gopipati Krishna. There is no difference. One is in opulence, other is in sweetness. But there is no difference. It's that by ontological state they are not different. Therefore, if Lakshmi Devi wanted to associate with Krishna, there is no harm in the chastity. She has not lost her fidelity because she wanted to associate with Krishna. I am not saying that. But my point is, Even though Lakshmi Devi has offered her, she underwent so many penances, still she did not get the association of Krishna. Why? If Narayana is supreme, he did not speak this, but I am saying if Narayana is supreme, then Lakshmi Devi, who is worshipping Narayana, she has automatically got the right to enter into Krishna's Leela, because Krishna is, according to Venkata Bhatta, Krishna is Ansha. He is an expansion of Narayana. Narayana is Anshi, he is the root of all expansions. Whereas Krishna is Ansha, he is an expansion, according to Venkata Bhatta. Therefore, she is worshipping Narayana, means she also has got a rightful eligibility to enter into Krishna's pastimes. But why did she not get that entrance? Venkata Bhatta had no answer. He kept quiet. And he was feeling very sorry that he had no answer. He was feeling a little distressed that he is not able to answer. Then Mahaprabhu pacified him. And then he says that in Narayana there are only 2.5 rasas, melos. Shanta, Dasya, and half of friendship mood. Half of friendship mood means friendship is in two ways. One is in the mood of reverence, other is in the mood of intimacy. Friendship with Supreme Lord with reverence, friendship with Supreme Lord in the mood of intimacy, with intimacy. Wherever there is, reverence, intimacy cannot be there. And intimacy will never call for any reverence. Intimacy means what? They can do anything. They are very intimate, very close. Therefore, Narayana, with Narayana it's not possible. Like in Krishna's pastimes, it is possible that the sakhas, the friends, they are climbing on his shoulders. They are using abusive words. They are giving the food that they have eaten. And forget about that, Krishna is also drinking or eating the food by snatching from their plates. They have picnics every day, Krishna along with his friends. Every day they are on picnic. They go to graze the cows, and then in the afternoon they sit for lunch together. So Krishna is everyone, all the devotees, all the associates, they bring their own food from their house. Now during lunchtime they will all open their boxes or packets, and then each will share everyone else's food. Now there is one poor Brahmana fellow, Sudam Sakha. This fellow has not so much money. Everyone is bringing so many delicious foods. But what did Sudama do? Because he had no money, he brought buttermilk. What do you call buttermilk? Call it buttermilk? Okay. The, what do you call, diluted yogurt, buttermilk basically. And that too, 2-3 days old. He's a poor fellow, he has not so much money. So he brought buttermilk that is 2-3 days old, which is like, it is very sour. So Krishna, he has the habit, and everyone has the habit, they eat from everyone else's box. What did you bring? What did your mother give? What did your mother give? So he is eating from everyone's box. And then he asked Sudama, what did you bring? You did not show me, you did not give me. Sudama is hiding it. No, I won't give you. No, I want to. No, I won't give you. Why? Because it's very sour. He does not want to give to Krishna. Why? He is eating nice things. Why do I give this to, Krishna? Nice things are there to eat. And Sudama is, he is keeping away from Krishna, and then he is drinking without giving, and Krishna is snatching his hands, but he is holding very firm, he is not letting the, pot come out of his mouth. Krishna thought, this fellow is not going to give me. There is only one way. That is, when he is drinking, buttermilk is falling down from here. So Krishna has put his mouth here and he is drinking that buttermilk that is falling from Sudam Sakha's hands. Is there any scarcity for the Supreme Lord? There is no scarcity. Brahma is seeing all these things. What is this? This fellow is God. He is so hungry for food. He is not able to even give up, his, taste for the sour things. So greedy. So how can he be God? But he could not understand the sweetness. My Narayana is not so greedy. Who will be greedy? Those who have no food, those persons will be greedy. My Narayana is eating very delicious food items. When one is eating so delicious food items, how will there be any kind of such greed for such food, or eating the food that has been eaten by someone else and he is eating with the left hand? So many things that are against the Vedas he is doing. So Brahma got confused. Not confused, confirmed that he is not God. Before that he thought that maybe, okay, I can give some 1% credit that he is God. But when he saw that he is doing it, he is definitely not God. Let me teach him a lesson. So the thing is that there is sweetness, that intimacy is there. And Krishna also, the friends also, with that intimacy, they can give, Krishna, I ate this very tasty, you eat. To Narayana, nobody can offer like this. Oh, how can we offer the food I have eaten? Even though there is friendship, that friendship is in a very reverential mood. So, here, Mahaprabhu says, in Krishna, there is more, sweetness, which Narayana does not possess. And in order to relish that sweetness, Lakshmi Devi underwent penances. Though those features or those sweetness that is not there in Narayana is there in Krishna. That is why she wanted to go there. But she did not get, because she has not followed the Gopi Bhava. She wanted to get it with opulence, in her opulent mood. She wanted to taste the sweetness of Krishna. It's not possible. If you want to taste the sweetness, then you have to give up your opulence. You have to come under the shelter of the gopis, which she did not do. That is why she was deprived. And then he explained, Ete cha amsa kalapamsan, from Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures. He mentioned that how Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Krishna is the source of all incarnations, because in Krishna there is sweetness. In Krishna there is also opulence. Whereas in Narayana there is only opulence, there is no sweetness. प्रभु कहे कृष्णेर एक सजीव लक्षण स्वमाधुर्य सर्वचित्त करे आकर्षण. There is one very, very special symptom or quality, characteristic of Krishna, that is, through his own sweetness he attracts everyone. All the living entities are attracted by the sweetness of Krishna. ब्रजलोकेर भावे पाइये ताहार चरण, तारे ईश्वर कोरी नाहे जाने ब्रजजन. And how to attain that Krishna? One can attain that Krishna by following the mood of the Brajavasis. And what is the mood of the Brajavasis? The mood is that they don't consider Krishna to be God. They consider Krishna to be their own. He is my son. He is my friend. He is my lover. In this manner, they have got intimacy with the Supreme Lord. They don't consider him God. Keho tare putra gyane udukale bande. Some consider him to be son, and in order to punish him, they bind him with the mortar. Yashoda Devi, with the grinding mortar, he had been tied, because he is my son. If I don't, discipline him now, he will become very naughty. He will become a very big thief. He is doing so much He's being stealing at so many places. If I don't punish him now, then he'll become a very, very big thief. I have to discipline him. Therefore, she is not thinking that Krishna is God. He can do anything. Everything belongs to him. If everything belongs to him, where is the stealing? I will steal if something that does not belong to him, but everything belongs to him. How can that be called as stealing? So, Yashoda does not think like this. She thinks that he is my son. Therefore, she punishes him. Keho sakha gyane jini chade tar kande. And some think that, oh, he is my friend. Therefore, Krishna, you are very healthy. You have very strong power because you killed so many demons. Now there is mango that is hanging to the tree. We want that mango. How can we go there? You stand on the floor. Somebody will stand on top of you and someone else will stand on top of him. And in this way we will reach the mango and pluck it. Don't worry, we will give you also. Because you are standing on the floor, we will give you also. They are bribing. They think that Krishna is a friend like us. He is any ordinary person like us. He is our friend. Therefore, they don't consider him God. Brajendra Nandan boli tare jane Brajajan. They think that he is son of Nanda Maharaj, not as Krishna. Aishwarya Gyane nahi kono sambandha manan, and they have no relationship with him in reverence. Brajaloker bhave jai karaye bhajan, sei braje pai shuddha Brajendra Nandan. Those who worship that Brajendra Nandan Krishna in the mood of Braja, only they will get that Brajendra Nandan Krishna. Everyone else will get Narayana or Dwarkadhish Krishna or Mathuradhish Krishna. But if you want Nandanandan Krishna, Brajendra Nandan Krishna, then you have to follow the mood of the Brajavasis. After hearing all these things, Venkata Bhatta and his family's heart got transformed and they all took to the path that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had enunciated. They all became the devotees of Krishna in Braja mood. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he took sannyas or diksha from his own paternal uncle. His name is Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati. From him he took diksha, and then Prabodhananda Saraswati also got initiated in the Mahaprabhu Sampradaya. That's why he has written Navadvipa Shatakam. Navadvipa Dhama Shatakam he has written. He has written 100 verses in the glorification of Navadvip Dham. After few days, the parents of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, they told that, my dear son, now you go to Vrindavan and you remain the rest of your life there. And they themselves entered into the Golok Dham. They left the body. Before that, they have ordered Gopal Bhatta Goswami to go to Vrindavan. And then in this manner, Gopal Bhatta Goswami had come to Vrindavan and he met Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, when they came to Jagannath Puri Dham, they informed that Gopala Bhatta had come from South India. Mahaprabhu was very pleased and then he told, you should see Gopal as your younger brother. You should show affection and love towards him. So, Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they had showered a lot of love and affection upon Gopala Bhatta Goswami. And in fact, Sanatana Goswami had written Hari Bhakti Vilas in the name of Gopala Bhatta Goswami only. And it is also said that Gopala Bhatta Goswami is the editor of that particular book. And also, Jiva Goswami had written Shat Sandarbha. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami is the Jiva Goswami had written this Shat Sandarbha based on what Gopala Bhatta Goswami had written. So he is considered as a the first author, you can say, of the Shad Sandarbhas. And Rupa Goswami, he had given the deity of Radha Ramanji in order to worship, because he was very, very pleased with. Mahaprabhu also told that he should be loved as a younger brother. Now there is one very, very astonishing or very heart-touching incident that has happened in the life of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. That is, Gopal Bhatta Goswami had Shaligram Shila. When he went to Gandaki, he had collected the Shaligram Shila. He had 12 Shaligram Shilas, and then he had a desire to worship the Lord. He wanted to decorate with beautiful ornaments. He wanted to dress the deities, but he had Shaligram Shilas. How can he dress them? How can he decorate them with various ornaments? So he was feeling very unhappy for not having an opportunity to serve the deity form. Meanwhile, a rich businessman, he had come and he offered cloths, deity cloths, to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta said that I don't have deities. I wish I had one so that I could offer service to them, but I had none. But he says that no problem, keep it with you. He left those clothes with him and then left. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami also had a very ardent desire to serve the deity form. The next day morning, he wakes up and he sees that one of the Shaligram Shilas got transformed into a beautiful deity, Radha Raman deity. And there is no Radharani. It's called Radha Raman deity. There is no Radharani there. So on the Singhasana, the throne, on the left hand side of Sri Krishna, there is one silver crown that is put, which emblems or symbolizes Radharani. So in this manner, a beautiful Radha Ramanji, he had come into existence. And in order to give service to Gopal Bhatta, because he desired to serve the deity forms, in order to fulfill that desire, the Lord had assumed the deity form. When Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they came to know about this, they immediately came there, they took darshan, and they were very, very satisfied to take such a blissful darshan of Radha Ramanji, and there was a great festival that was also organized. And even today, in the month of Vaishak, means April, May, on the Purnima Tithi, full moon day, the appearance day of Radha Ramanji is celebrated and grand Abhishek, the bathing ceremony of the deity, is performed. Even today, the descendants of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, they are carrying forward this worship in that particular place. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he disappeared in 1588. That is when he was about 85 to 88 years old. He disappeared from this material world on this particular tithi in the month of Shravana, means July, August. On the Krishna Shashti, on the 6th day of the dark fortnight, he disappeared from this material world. And even today, we see his samadhi on the behind the Radharaman temple. Those who go to Vrindavan, they get darshan of his samadhi on the backside of Radharaman temple. So today is his disappearance day. He has got he made two principal devotees. Srinivas Acharya is his disciple, and Gopinath Pujari is also his disciple. Gopinath Pujari, there is a story behind Gopinath Pujari becoming his disciple. When Gopal Bhatta Goswami was in Saharanpur near Haridwar, there was a Brahmana, a very devoted Brahmana, but he had no children. He prayed to Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Mahaprabhu, Gopala Bhatta Goswami could understand his inner feeling that he is desiring for a child. Therefore, he blessed him with a child, and that Brahmana, because he received the son by the birth, by the blessings of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he had offered his son to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. His name is Gopinath Pujari. So that is how Gopinath Pujari had become a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Srinivas Acharya, who has written Shad Goswami Ashtaka, the 8 verses in the glorification of the 6 Goswamis, he is also a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So today is his disappearance day. I offer my most humble and respectful obeisance unto the lotus feet of Shri Gopala Bhatta Goswami. May he free me from all offences that I might have committed unto his lotus feet, knowingly or unknowingly, and bestow me the service of the dearmost object of his worship, his non-different form, most revered Srila Gurudev. I offer my humble obeisances unto him and beg for his mercy. Pray so that he will free me from all the offences that I might have committed knowingly or unknowingly, and pray to him to bestow me service of his lotus feet birth after birth. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद प्रवंश स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। तदि तिरुभाव तिथि पूजा की जय। श्री श्री हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।